How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Now, early last year, I made a video called the Most Wanted Hero Skins for 2019. And in that video, I went over just a bunch of different hero skin options, some legendary skins, and just a bunch of skins in general that I thought DICE could potentially add to the game, and just a bunch of skins that I thought the community would really enjoy. And since then, DICE has added quite a number of skins. They've added skins for Dooku, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Rey, Kylo, Finn. I mean, there's been a bunch of skins that have been added to the game over the course of the past year. Well, now that it is 2020, I figured I would do an updated version of this list. And now, thanks to the huge variety of different mods that this game now has, and thanks to the amazing hard work that the modding community has brought to this game, in this video I'll be able to show a little bit of gameplay of some of the skins that I would like to see brought to this game. And then if you guys would like any of the mods that I'm showing in this video, I am leaving them all linked in the description down below, so be sure to check them out and to show your support for your favorite modders. But with that said, let's get right into the list. So the first thing on my list is an updated version of Rey. Now, with the rise of Skywalker, I'm sure most of you guys know by now, but at the end of the movie, Rey gets herself a golden lightsaber, and I think it looks pretty sick, especially this mod. This is a very popular mod. It's been downloaded a lot, so obviously the community really is interested in this mod as well. She did wear her hood up in the movie, so they could technically put her hood up in the game, and then I think they should have the option to give her a golden lightsaber. Maybe make it a legendary skin. Have her hood up, have her lightsaber. You could have a combo. But I think this mod looks great. I love the look of a golden lightsaber. It would make it unique. It would be the only different colored lightsaber in the game. Right now there's just green, blue, and red, and this one would stand out and it would look so awesome. I would easily spend 80,000 credits for a skin that looks like this. And then maybe they could add some new specific voice lines with it as well. And I think this skin would be pretty high on a lot of people's lists, and I think a lot of people would be happy to see this come to the game. And then next up we have another hooded option, which is for Darth Maul. Now, as you guys remember, in episode 1, Darth Maul wore his robes in a number of different scenes. He even fought in his robes on Tatooine when he fought against Qui-Gon Jinn. I think this could be another example of a legendary skin. Have his hood up or maybe his hood down. I'm fine with either one of them. I just think that it gives a little bit something extra to Darth Maul. There's a million different options of Darth Maul skins that they could go with, but I think if they go with this version of Darth Maul where he's wearing his robes, I think it should be a epic skin or a legendary skin, and it would come with the option of having just one of the blades turned off, just like in episode 1. That would make the skin unique, and it would look different from his regular skin, and then you could keep his abilities all the same. He would still block and throw and do his dash, and it shouldn't affect gameplay at all, and I think it would look pretty great. And then next up we have another skin for Darth Maul, which is the robot legs of Darth Maul. This is from the Clone Wars, and this looks great. This is another example of one of the many different skins that they could have for Darth Maul. They could even go with the version from Solo, but this is my personal favorite version of Darth Maul. He's shirtless, he's got all his tattoos showing, his horns are a little bit longer, he's got those robotic legs. They could make a mechanical sound when he walks like Grievous, so those files are already in the game. They could take assets from other characters like Grievous, for example, and I think a lot of people would love this skin. This skin is easily worth 80,000 credits. And right now, there just isn't enough legendary skins. I think the last legendary skin that they added to the game was the Leia skin back in the Solo season over a year ago. And we've seen a number of different skins through events and stuff, like the New Hope Leia, and then the different outfits for Han and Luke. But those were tied to events, and those are just epic skins. So I think we're long overdue for a legendary skin, and I think this is a great example of what a legendary skin would be. And then up next we have hooded ObiWan and Anakin. Yet again, another hooded variation has made it onto this list. Honestly, I think DICE should just add an option to toggle a hood on and off. If a character has a hood on their outfit, just maybe press the X button or the square button and you can toggle the hood on and off. One of Yoda's skins already is just a hooded, non-hooded version, so they could do the same thing with Obi-Wan and Anakin. They already have skins where they have their robes, so why not put their hoods up? Obi-Wan had his hood on during Kamino in episode 2. Obi-Wan's skin reminds me of that, which looks pretty cool. And then you could have a hooded version of Anakin, which a lot of people would love because it would remind everyone of when he turned into Darth Vader in episode 3. Now technically he was on the dark side when he had his hood up during episode 3, but I don't think too many people people would complain about that. It would look really cool. And there's just something about having a hood on. I guess it adds a sense of mystery or something, but it just looks really badass. And I think every single hero that has an option of a hood should have it toggled on and off. Like Rey, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Darth Maul, they should all have hooded, non-hooded options. And then next up we have Endor Luke. I think this would be another great addition to the game. This would be an example of an epic skin. I just really like the look of Luke running around with his helmet and his poncho on. Currently there's only one variation of Luke in the game where he has his green lightsaber. Every other skin for Luke, he has his blue lightsaber. So this would be a great addition to the game where it could let you play as Luke with his green saber. I personally love playing with this mod because I just for some reason love having a poncho for some reason. I guess it kind of reminds me of a cape in a way, but I think it looks really, really cool, and I hope that they add this to Luke this year in 2020. And then up next we have the Rise of Skywalker Palpatine skin. Now if you guys have seen the Rise of Skywalker, you know that Palpatine got a robe upgrade at the end of the movie. He had some red in his outfit. This mod does a good example of showing off what it would look like in this game. Now there are a number of different robes that they could give Palpatine. They could give him robes from the prequel era, or they could give him this new outfit from the Rise of Skywalker. If they decide to give Palpatine a new outfit, I'm okay with either or. This is just a good example of what it could look like if Palpatine got some new robes. So I think it's time that we got an update for Palpatine. And then next we have the Rise of Skywalker Lando. Now I'm going to use this mod as sort of a representation of a number of different skins that I would like to see, and that is the old versions of some of our favorite heroes. For example, Lando, Han, Luke, maybe even Leia. They could have older variations of all of them. Leia would be the only one that wouldn't really make too much of sense since Carrie was a little bit out of shape and wouldn't exactly fit the same model. Everyone else sort of kept the same frame. Lando still looks like Lando. Han just looked like an older Han. And Luke, they could just give a beard and some grungy hair, and they could give Luke this sort of like Grandmaster Jedi robe kind of vibe to him, like the way that he looked on the island, or they could go with the look that he had when he faced off against Kylo at the end of episode 8. So it's not the highest on my list of skins that I would like to see, but I would be perfectly okay if they added some sort of older skins for some of these characters. And then up next is Battle Damaged Vader. Now I have wanted this skin since launch. This would be my #1 skin request. If I could pick any of them, I would want this one the most. I love playing as Darth Vader, and there's so many different examples of Battle Damaged Vader, like from the comic books and from Rebels, and there's a number of different options that they could base Battle Damaged Vader off of, or they could go with their own custom design. Now this mod does a really cool job of showing off what a Battle Damaged Vader would look like. He has parts of his body exposed. He has the parts of his robotical arms and legs exposed. Now I could see that being a little too graphic for Disney and for EA, and for this being a teen-rated game. I know that sounds pretty dumb, but Lucasfilm has a pretty tight grip on what can and can't be added to the game. But they did add the Battle Damaged Grievous to the game, which is a legendary skin that is custom made. DICE decided to add that to the game, so I think they could add some sort of version to Darth Vader. Maybe just have some burn holes in his cape, have some scuffs on his armor, maybe have his shoulder plate damaged or something, maybe have a crack in his helmet. There's a bunch of different options they could do to give a Battle Damaged Vader. If he's running around on the battlefront and he's slaughtering tons of soldiers, he's obviously going to take some damage to his outfit, so I think that that would look really, really cool, and that is an outfit I would be willing to spend 80,000 credits on. And then to close out this list, I don't have any gameplay of this, unfortunately, because there is not a mod for it, but one final skin that I would love to see added to the game in 2020 would be some form of legendary skin for Chewbacca. I think it would be hilarious to have a legendary skin with C-3PO on Chewie's back. I could just see it now where anytime you take damage, 3PO would freak out, or anytime you do a ground slam, 3PO has some sort of smart remark, or if Chewie gets shot in the back, 3PO might scream or something. I think that would be hilarious, and that would be an amazing addition to the game, and that is a great example of what you could do as a legendary option for Chewbacca. But that is going to do it for the list of all the skins that I would love to see come to the game in 2020. Let me know what skins you guys would like to see the most down in the comment section down below. And then as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new here, and then be sure to check out another video. But that is going to do it for me, guys, and I will talk to you all next time.
Will you join me? Accept your fate. I grew impatient.